Most people would say that in a relationship between a man and a woman, it should be 50-50 when it comes to paying for things. A meal out, you split the bill. If you're out drinking, you each buy a round of drinks and so on. But in some relationships, this is not the case. The man ends up footing the bill for pretty much everything. Which is after happening to poor owl Carl, who sent an email saying, "Lads, can I get this off my chest? I'm going out with a girl the last 6 months. Relationship is great, she's gorgeous looking, but there is a big problem. She doesn't offer to pay for anything. Nights out, meals, whatever, she never offers to pay. When I brought the topic up, I was told that a gentleman never asks a woman to pay. She also gets moody if I don't buy her presents. I'm about to call it a day, but I like her. By the way, she does work, so it's not like she doesn't have money. Are there many women like this?" Carl asks. "My mates say she's a spoiled gold digger." I want to hear from you. Pick up the phone, 6797104, if you are a woman who believes that yes, it is gentlemanly to pay for things. And I know there are women listening. I know women, I have friends who are like this, female friends who are like this, who genuinely expect the men to pay for everything. And they'll never say it, but just when it comes to it, when it comes to the bill, they won't put their hands in their pockets. The man will just have to pay for the bill. Should Carl dump this girl, dump her ass? Is she a gold digger? Or is she just a traditional woman who believes that the man should pay for everything? Let me go to Veronica. You're on FM104. How are you, Veronica?
Hi there.
How are things?
Okay. I am more of a traditionalist in this department.
Okay, so you do believe that men should pay for most things. Not everything, obviously.
You know, yeah, I mean, that's what my parents taught me. You know, they're like, if a guy really likes you, he'll take care of you, and it proves that he's a provider and all this stuff. Now, in each couple, you kind of have to decide between the two of you. I'm not saying everybody should agree with me, but, that's a choice you have to make. So that guy has to decide, am I going to provide for her or am I going to dump her, So,
are you, I don't know if you're in a relationship at the moment?
I'm not, no.
Oh, surprise, surprise. No, I'm only joking. But the last fella you went out with, did you ever put your hand in your pocket?
Not for the big things like dinners and movies, odd things like tips or little things, or if I'd get passes for something, then I'd share them, like that kind of thing. But
sure, that didn't cost you anything.
Sorry?
If you got passes for things, you shared them with them.
Exactly, yeah.
But sure, that wasn't coming out of your pocket.
Exactly, but I mean, so it was still a night out of my,
Yeah, but it still didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. I do not regularly pay for dates now.
Okay, so when you were going out with this guy, did you ever offer to pay for a meal?
No.
No.
I cooked for him and stuff like that.
Okay, but when you were out for a meal, you never offered to pay?
No, that's what I mean. Formal dates to me were the man opens the door, the man pays. And like I said, that's how I was raised. So it's very hard, I have friends, that are the complete opposite. And they want to always be buying everything for the guy and buying him this and buying him that.
But what about being an independent woman, Veronica, and not needing a man?
No, that's where I disagree with you earlier, because I think it's the men that want equality only when it suits them.
Well, I would say the opposite, that women want equality only when it suits them. Women want to be treated like equals, but then you have women like yourself who are quite happy to sit there and live off a man. No? Am I wrong?
No, it's just like the football. They're saying, well, women don't have equality with the football. We don't know the schedules. We don't know that they play. We don't look at them as seriously. And then I guess they're supposed to turn around, and if they're dating a footballer boyfriend, they're going to pay for the meal. You know what I mean? Like the footballer boyfriend's going to be making 10 times more.
Okay, but forgetting about someone making more than you, if you're going out with a fellow who's
part of it, though, women don't usually get paid the same rate for the same work.
So you genuinely believe that it's for want of a better word, it's a man's job to look after his woman and pay for her.
I'm not saying every man and every woman, but I'm saying for me and for a lot of women, especially because I was raised that way, that's what both of my parents taught me. So
okay, well, let's focus on you then. Focus on you then. So any man that is dating you should be expected to pay for pretty much everything.
That's the way it's gone. I mean, I'm telling you, generally, I attract that kind of man.
No, and in fairness,
no problem with it. They're proud of it. In fact, they're glad that their last girlfriend, they'd always argue over who's going to pay, and with me, they get to be the man. So
you know what? I completely respect your honesty, Veronica, because there are lots and lots of women that are like you that would never admit it, and I have to say, I admire the fact that you would admit it in public. But Sean, I'd imagine you would not agree with what Veronica is saying here.
Definitely not. She is typical Yank.
I don't even know if she's American. Are you?
Now that has nothing to do with
You
anything.
know by her accent.
Well, no, she could be Canadian.
Users.
Well, hang on, Veronica, where are you from?
States. I've been to the States.
Hang on, Sean, for a sec. Where are you from?
That's like, we don't want to get nationalist, racist kind of stuff.
Okay, well then it doesn't
we
even...
won't get nationalists. Okay, we'll take it from your female point of view, right? You don't mind a fella taking you out and paying for everything out through the nose. He could be in a job earning less than you, but you don't care, just as long as it doesn't cost you anything. And like, as what you call him said there about equal rights, and women want equal rights. They want to have the same pay in jobs. They want to have this, that, and the other. Like 40, 50 years ago, when women didn't work when they were married, couldn't pay for anything, so the men pay for everything. But now the women are driving the fast cars. They're driving, or they have all the designer gear and and to go out with the guy then expect him to pay for everything because they've spent it all on themselves, on their clothes and their shoes and everything, that makeup.
That's another good point. Women, if they're going out on a date, the guy can put the same shirt and jeans on and he'll go out with his buddies.
But you expect a guy to come out in a designer shirt. You expect a guy to turn up in a designer shirt. You know what I mean? If you arrive with a pair of €5 pair of jeans on him, you're going, oh my God, look at this guy, this is disgusting. And you're there with your €200 dress on you, and you're going, oh my God, look at the state of this guy, all this bullshit, and...
Okay, but Sean, that's the way she was raised. She was raised to quote Veronica, that she should be looked after by a man. She should be with a man that is prepared to look after her and buy her nice things. Is that right, Veronica?
But I'm also pointing out, men probably don't realize how much women spend just to go out with them. I mean, the cosmetics, some of them could be €50 a pop. It's so expensive to get dressed up and look good.
Yeah, but this what makes me laugh, right? If you're that good looking, why do you have to spend so much on makeup to present yourself?
Go anywhere, and the men will notice.
You take any male, right? Okay, I don't have to spend €100 every week to get my hair done. I don't have to spend €40 every 2 weeks for a manicure. I don't have to spend, are men just naturally beautiful that you have to...
Women have to pay more for
up at all times.
Well, Sean, I've been told that you were in a relationship with a woman who basically took you to the cleaners. You ended up spending over 10 grand on her.
I was going out with a woman for the last 2 years and 10 months, right, from Galway. I financially gave her and her son a lend of €10,500, right? Ooh. Which I'm getting back in dribs and drabs, 10 here, 10 there. They may as well keep it because 10 here, 10 there is no good, right?
No.
And now, anytime we went out, restaurants, meals, anything like that, I paid for everything, right?
Are you sure it wasn't Veronica you were going out with?
They're probably related because she was in America for a while.
Okay, the feeling I'm getting from you, Veronica, is that because a man, now maybe I'm wrong, is that a man should be privileged to go out with you and give you everything.
No, I'm not saying that.
Would it be upsetting if I labelled you a gold digger? Are you a gold digger?
Yeah, when you said that, now I thought of friends that I've had that are completely different, where they are mooching and fishing for expensive items like, jackets and trips and rings and all that, and that's not me. We're talking simple everyday stuff, if it's dinner and a movie, the man pays kind of thing. I'm not asking for this and that, buy me this, buy me. And I do know friends like that who did pay for, a date here or there, and then, but they're trying to get these bigger items, you know what I mean? And that's something totally different.
No, that's fair enough. So I can't label you a gold digger?
No.
But would you date a man who had no money or no job?
Yes, I have, yes.
But he's not going to...
Unemployed or laid off for a little while or whatever, like construction, how the economy here and everything.
Okay, but how is an unemployed man going to be able to show you a good time and bring you out for nice meals?
We just go out less and, stay home, watch the telly and cuddle, and we still have a good time.
Okay, stay there for a second, please, Veronica. Let me go to John, who's been on hold for ages. Hi, John, how are you?
How are you? How's it going there?
Now, you've heard it from Veronica herself. She believes that a man should be a gentleman and look after a woman.
To a certain extent, I will agree with you.
Yeah, but you don't want to be taken for a ride either, John.
Well, I know that, but the way it is with a woman, if you know that woman is going to stick by you for the rest of her whole life, you know what I mean, then you go after and you look after the woman. That's what a man is supposed to do.
Well, now, hang on, John, that's paying for her company then. That's more or less prostitution.
No, it's not really.
Well, it is. If you're paying for a woman's company, that's...
No, I don't mean paying for it. What I'm saying to you is, if you know this woman is dedicated for you for the rest of her life and your life, well then it's a complete different story altogether. You'd suss a girl out straight away. If she wants a good relationship for about 8-9 years, well then you know that. You'd know on the first night. And that's the way it is. That's the way I think anyway. Do you know what I mean?
And are you with a woman at the moment?
I am. I'm with a girl for the past 8 years. And
you pay for everything, do you?
Well, I have a child. I have 3 children, like, you know what I mean? So I pay for everything. Like, I do. Like, she's my woman at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And
it makes you, what you're saying is it makes you feel good to look after her and pay for her and get her the things she wants?
Well, yeah. It does, yeah, but like as you were talking about tonight, is about people on the first time, like what should you do?
Well, no, we're not necessarily, we're not talking about first dates and going Dutch and all that. This is a relationship where a man is constantly paying for things.
Well, like, yeah, like if a man wants to pay for things for the first time, he'll know, like, I know I might have turned around and said, like, the first night, give it a week or 2, or maybe even a month, and then you'd know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, whether or not you're being taken to the cleaners or not. Thank you, Carl. Let me go to Sharon and get a woman's perspective on this. How are you, Sharon?
How are you?
No, I probably count myself very lucky. The woman in my life almost demands that I don't pay. She demands that it's always 50-50.
Yeah, like me.
And, you know, I would sometimes go, I want to pay for this, and she won't let me. She's very independent in that way. But what do you make of Veronica here?
No, I think Veronica is just out for what she can get. She wants presents as well. The other girl that expects her fella to bring her out everywhere and then wants presents off him.
I don't know, did you actually say that you wanted presents as well?
No, I didn't. But I mean, I think every woman likes a little romance.
Well, as she said,
I do not ask
with men that doesn't work. Like, but how long has she gone out with them for?
Well, how long have you been in these relationships for, Veronica?
It varies. You know, I mean, it varies. Like,
what, a week or 2?
No, months.
No, I think you're just out to get what you can get off a man. At the end of the day, I've been out with men that have money in relationships and men that don't have anything and doesn't make any odds. That's not all about a relationship. Money is not the answer to everything.
And I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying that is. I like the traditional.
Don't pay your way. You know what I mean? You have to be able to pay your way some way.
Well, I'm not going to tell you not to pay. So you know, it's to each your own.
You expect it off a man. It is 50-50.
Would you pay on a first date? Would you pay on a first date?
Would I pay? I'd bring my own money with me. Yeah, of course I would.
I bring money too in case of emergency.
Yeah, but I'd make sure I get up to a bar or pay for something throughout the night.
Like the traditional role, you know, that kind of thing. So that's me.
Well, you're American by the sounds, yeah. And anyway, you're certainly not Irish.
She could be Irish.
Well, she hasn't got an Irish accent there.
Yeah, but she could be living.
That's like saying, Eastern European guys seem to like to take the.
Well, let me ask you, why did you even say that, Sharon, that she is American? What would that have to do with anything?
Because I think most Irish women are independent and they do bring their own money. And some way throughout the night they will offer or try to pay for something, some part of the day.
But the way Veronica was raised, Sharon, by her parents was that a man is a gentleman.
I was raised that way as well, but that's if you're. My mother didn't spend a penny when she went out. My father did, but he was the breadwinner. She'd no money in her pocket. He brought her home to her.
And Veronica, I have to say,
money to bring both of them out. So.
Veronica, it's not as if you don't have money yourself. You have a job, don't you?
Mhm.
So where's all our money going then?
Yeah, where's it going, Veronica?
She's saving it to go back home, is she?
I spend my money on various things. So
on yourself?
I'm not going to list it.
That's called mean.
Where's your money, Veronica? You haven't answered the question.
I have a lot. I have bills, you know. I have a lot.
We all have bills, Veronica. But I'm still not a mean person.
Would you not feel bad, Veronica, after a nice expensive meal out that you don't even bother putting your hand in your pocket, you don't even make an effort?
I said, and I'll pay for the tip or something like that.
The tip.
Jesus Christ, thanks very much, Veronica. That's what I'd say to you if I was a bloke at the end of the night.
That's between us. If he's not complaining, it's between us.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Sharon. The man.
Yeah, but he might be complaining to her, but in the back of his head, I'm sure he's complaining.
Well, he went out with her for long enough.
No, well, I think it's 50-50, and that's the way it should be. If the girl is in a bad situation where money concerns is, well and good.
But in this case, you're not in a bad situation, Veronica.
No, I mean I'm not doing great right now, but I'm not bad, no.
But nobody is at this this time, and anyway, nobody is doing great.
But you must be saving a fortune, Veronica.
No.
But you have to be, because you're not spending it on the men in your life.
Well, no, like I said, the last soul was unemployed, so between the two of us, not a lot was spent anyway. So.
Now, Sharon, would you consider Veronica a gold digger?
Yeah.
Really? Because you don't like that. You don't like that label being put on you, do you, Veronica?
It just doesn't apply. Like I said, I know people that would fish for, I want to bring, I want this, I want that, take me here to do, and I'm not like that. It's more about.
You accept everything, though. You accept everything.
Sure, but then a lot of times I go along. If he says, I want to see this movie and he's paying, then I go along with that movie.
Yeah, but usually, you don't say, if he says we want to see this movie, you don't say, well, I'll pay.
Have you ever offered to pay for a night out, Veronica?
Here's your answer.
I'd probably say, offhand, I'd say no. I mean, I take them out for their birthday, to the Hilt. I'll take them to the best restaurant and, buy them
so
once, and bake them a cake. And,
once a year. Once a year he gets to go out for free on you.
That's probably a leap year.
It probably is. Stay there, both of you. Let me go to... who's this? Richard, you're on FM104. How are you?
Not too bad, and how are you?
Good. Now, you've heard both sides of the argument from both those ladies. Sharon believes it should be always 50-50. Veronica loves to be treated like a lady by the man in her life, even though there isn't one at the moment.
The thing is, I don't agree with either. It's Victoria, is it?
Veronica.
Veronica now, it's like she wants everything handed to her, and the other girl now, she is right in a sense.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's deal with Veronica first. You believe that Veronica wants everything handed to her?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true, is it, Veronica?
No, I don't know in what sense he means handed to me.
You expect the fella to pay for you all the time, Like you say, you'll pay for a tip, that's like €2, whereas for a meal he could be spending 50, 60 quid, like that's nothing.
Yeah, but he has no problem with that.
Yeah, well, would you not at least offer to pay for it every now and again, or would you just sit there and just expect it all the time,
Like I said, I've seemed to attract those kind of men, so it's never been a real issue for me.
Oh no, well, that should be an issue now.
Well, where do you find these men, Veronica, that have loads of money and are willing to throw it around?
It doesn't have to be loads of money.
Well, it has to be. If he's bringing you out for one meal a week and a couple of nights out a week, you know how much a night out on the beer costs.
Yeah, and it costs a good few quid.
How does she not know that poor fella is probably spending all of his money on her, and then he's leaving himself stuck?
Well,
would she not feel bad? It's not.
It's proportionate. I've dated guys that make six figures and they spend more. Sometimes they don't even spend as much as ones that make less, or unemployed ones. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
In some things that you said now, I do agree. Saying that you don't spend an awful lot of money and you stay at home, but that's what I do with my girlfriend sometimes.
If we're stuck or short.
Well, if we're stuck or short. But the way you're talking now on the radio, it's like you want everything your way.
I don't think she's actually said that, have you?
No, I just said the opposite. I says, if he's paying, then he gets to pick the movie. So,
Well, I do think that, if you're going for a meal or to the film or something, I think you should at least offer to pay, You shouldn't just...
Well, hold on. She says she doesn't offer because she doesn't believe that's not the way she was raised.
Yeah, but you were raised wrong then. If your mother or father sit there and tell you that you should get with a man because, if you get with a man, he should pay for everything and, he should look after you as such, but he shouldn't pay for everything. I do think it's 50-50. I'm really independent and my boyfriend would offer to pay for stuff, but I would always offer as well,
But see, is that just a false gesture? Because I know a lot of people like that. They say, oh, and they, reach for their purse, but they know they're not paying.
No.
I really mean it.
But I know people like that too.
No, I would. I am sincerely independent. There was no way in hell. I would actually have the money out, and there would actually be a fight. Say at the cinema for
over who's going to pay for it.
Exactly.
Okay, do me a favour. Sorry, what's your name? You just came in on this conversation.
Kelly, sorry.
Yeah, you're obviously the girlfriend of Richard. Is that right?
Yeah.
And Kelly, you're a completely independent woman, are you?
Oh yeah, indeed. Yeah, definitely.
Because I believe, and to be honest with you, Veronica, there's a lot of texts coming in that I wouldn't even read out, but some of them are vicious. Giving out about you.
But I'm not telling them how. Then they don't have to date me. It's an individual choice. If this person that texts in about 6 months and he's tired of paying, and this is what the woman expects indefinitely, then maybe he should dump. I mean, it's a choice. How much does he like her? How much is he willing to compromise?
Okay, and unfortunately, because of the American accent, a lot of people are saying it's because you're American. Now, we haven't even asked you where you're from. You haven't told us where you're from. I mean, you could be Canadian. You could just have an American accent because you spent a lot of time there.
So, is it a cultural question?
Well, a lot of people. But
it's irrelevant. It's a cultural. Do American and Polish and Canadian guys pay, but Irish guys don't?
Well, no. I think a lot of people in Ireland, maybe wrongly, but a lot of people in Ireland believe that Americans are, and this is the case for a lot of Americans, that Americans are fascinated by the dollar, that they're in love with the dollar, and that it's all about money in America. Would that not be fair to say?
That's off the issue. The issue is men and women and dating.
How are you, Tina?
Okay.
How are things?
I'm actually been listening in, and everyone is kind of giving Veronica a hard time.
Yeah, they are. And she's only saying what a lot of women actually believe.
But she's probably not putting it across right. Like, I mirrors it. My family members and my friends also say it to me. I am a gold digger.
You're a what?
Gold digger.
You're a gold digger?
Yeah.
I'm proud of it by the sounds of things.
Well, get what you can, do you know what I mean? Like, last night, it was all talking about, women going off with as many men as possible. Like, I'm basically doing the same thing, but it's not with every man. It's just with the same man and just taking him for what he's got.
And what has he got? He obviously has a lot, has he?
Well, he has what I need. Like, if I'm going out, he won't ask me, to bring me own money. Like, he'll just give me money and send me out, like.
Okay, when you say you're a gold digger, give me examples of how you're a gold digger.
Like, if I see clothes or jewellery or basically anything, like, I just tell him, like, oh, I want that. And he kind of go and get it, like, even if it's a phone or just simple things, like.
Is this fella a boyfriend, or is he just
he's a partner.
A shagging buddy, is he?
No, like, it's on and off kind of relationship.
Okay, so you'll be in town on a Saturday and you'll see a lovely phone, a brand new phone out of there, €250. What will you do?
I just ring him and tell him I seen a new phone, and I'll kind of persuade him to buy it for me, and then once he says yes, that's it, he kind of has to buy it for me.
And a big dirty idiot he is. No.
Well, there's plenty of them out there.
And is this fella loaded, is he?
Well, no. He has money, like.
And you're literally taking him to the cleaners?
Well, yeah.
And what was the most expensive thing you ever bought you?
It would have been about 2 years ago, and there was a gold Motorola. And it was €400 with all accessories, and I had, like, gold diamonds on it.
And he bought you that?
Yeah.
And what are you giving him in return?
Like, when I have my own money and I go, I'd kind of buy him, like, just small things. Like,
no, but I'm just wondering what's he getting out of this little setup?
Just basically, like, a tracksuit every few months and a pair of runners, like, and there you go. Thanks very much.
Is it a sexual relationship?
Yeah, in a way, it's on and off, like.
What do you mean on and off? I'm just wondering why this.
I'd be with him, like, for 3 months, then finish for a month. Like, but in that time, I'd be still ringing him for credit, and I'd still go, and then we get back together, like.
Now, whatever happened to self-respect, Tina, and standing on your own 2 feet?
I am independent in my own way.
You are in your hat independent.
Yeah. Like, if he's given, I'll take it. But if he hasn't got it, like, I still have my own money.
And I'll tell you one thing, that man in your life is the biggest mug walking the streets.
Thanks very much.
No, he is a fool. He is a class A fool.
Well,
would you not agree?
There, so I can't complain.
You're completely taking him for a ride.
Yeah.
And you don't have a problem with that?
No.
Ken, what do you make of that, Tina, self-confessed gold digger?
Oh, seeing Jeremy, it's a pleasure. How's it going?
How are things?
I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I mean, because I guarantee you, if it was happening to her, she'd be the first one on the phone giving out yards about it. And I guarantee you of that. She'd be looking for women to support her. Do you not think that's wrong what he's doing on me? You know? But I will admit, and she just says, when you asked her there was a sexual relationship, she paused. I mean, so he's obviously somebody's husband, and she's just a bit on the side.
I don't know, is he...
I'm actually not even old enough to have, like, a husband.
He's not
He's not old enough to be anyone.
No. I said the chap you're with must be married, and you're just a bit on the side.
He's only in his early 20s.
He's not a married man, is he?
No, yeah, he's an unmarried man.
He is or he isn't?
He isn't a married man, like, he's unmarried.
No, the reason I was asking about the sex thing is because I was wondering why this fool is hanging around and spending money on you and getting nothing in return. Is he even getting a bit of nookie?
Well, he gets that on several occasions, but it wouldn't be like.
But in order to get,
let him pay me, like.
But in order to get sex, he has to buy you something nice.
No, like it's not that. Like it just.
Well, the fact that you say no, it's not that. It is yes or it is or it isn't.
No, it's not. It's not you pay me just for the sex, like.
Well, in English, I say no. It's not just that. So what else is it?
It's a relationship, like, so he buys me things.
No. That's not a relationship when you're gold digging. A relationship is loving somebody, not taking them, as you said, for a ride and everything that they've got. It is what you.
Have you any respect? Have you any respect for this man, Tina?
When I first got with him, like, I got feelings. Now it's just the money.
Jeremy, is Veronica still there, by the way?
No, she's gone off to try and get herself a man. But your Tina makes Veronica look like an angel. Tina is unbelievable.
Well, I will admit that now. In fairness, like, she's getting on the air and she's admitting this. And I'm going to have to be honest with you. Like, to be honest with you, I just get the impression, I don't know, I know she said he's not, but I get the impression he is a married man and she is only the bit on the side and getting what she can, like she said out of him. And I guarantee you, if it was the situation reversed, I guarantee you, she'd be, like, in the situation, oh no, that's not fair what he's doing on me. I guarantee you it'd be a different kettle of fish if it was that way.
It probably would, like, I'm not saying it wouldn't be, like, it probably would, but it's not at the moment, so I might as well just take what I can.
Well, can I ask you, as Jeremy asked you, like, you are in your independent, supposing he's turned around to you tomorrow and says, okay, I'm out here, good luck, what would you do then?
That's okay, go on, see you later.
Yeah, but how would you survive if you're not getting anything?
Yeah, let's just get.
Like, I get him to kind of go and buy the big things that I wouldn't, like.
Look, that's only material. I mean, you didn't come into this world with everything hanging out. You're certainly not going out of this world the same way. You can barely what you want with you. You're not getting to the pearly gates with it, love. I'm sorry.
How much money has he spent on you in the last couple of years, Tina? Thousands.
Around that, yeah. Like, it's 4 years on and off. Like, well, the first 2 years was rock solid, like 24 hours, and then like 2 years on and off. But
do you not feel like, and I'm not saying you're like a prostitute, but do you not feel that it's sort of prostitution that you're given? I'm
not going out and I'm not getting like every man like to give me money and kind of spend like buying big things. It's just this one person.
I understand that, but you're having a sexual relationship with this man. You're not in a steady relationship with him, according to you.
Yeah, like not lately. I'm not the past 2 years.
Okay, but there's this man. There's this man buying you X, Y, and Z. Everything you want, you ask him for, and he gets. You're giving him sex in return. Does that not seem a bit strange to you? A bit off?
No.
Are you not an independent woman? Do you not believe that it's a two-way street, that it's 50-50?
When I first got with him and I used to try and do it, he used to tell me no and put it away, so I got used to him just doing that, and now he still does it.
And did you ever ask him, did you ever turn around and say to him, listen, why are you spending so much money on me?
The response I used to get was because I love you, and now it's just because, like, I just ring and say I need it, and he goes and gets it. He's used to it now, so...
Well, Ken, yes, Ken, go ahead.
I'm not just saying, like, she never answered me question. Like, supposing if we turn down tomorrow and says, okay, this is over with, we're done, what's she going to do, like, for expensive things? Who's she going to ring up to get, you know, the A, B, and C?
There's always...
What can I do with the stuff I have?
There's always another dope, Ken, who'd be willing to do something like that.
Yeah, there is, like...
well, hang on, you're saying that men who do this are dopes, Tina?
No, like I'm saying, like, there's always going to be someone else that's going to come along and do the same thing.
But yeah, well, that's true, but I can guarantee you, like, this is a cruel life, and I can guarantee you, you're not comfortable with this little lifeline that you have. I guarantee you, if it stopped tomorrow, you'd crash and burn, because you wouldn't know how to stand on your own 2 feet, and you know that, and you wouldn't even admit that.
I bet, yeah, I probably would, but then I just have to...
No, there's no probably about it. You're brave enough to admit you're out after everything, but you're not brave to admit that you'd collapse. You would. You'd crash and burn if it was stopped.
Yeah, I would.
Of course you would.
Oh, you're saying you can't survive on your own. You need a rich man.
No, yeah, because I'm so used to getting all these big things, like, and...
But this is gonna come to an end, as Ken says. This can't go on.
Of course, a building will stand with 4 supports. If you take one out, it's going to collapse. No matter what way you look at the equation, you can't imagine it. The building will collapse, just like yourself.
And you are very proud. You're very proud to turn around and say, "Yes, I am a gold digger."
Yeah.
Okay, stay there for a second, please, Tina. Courtney, what do you make of that?
What do I make of it? Hey, Jeremy. To be honest, I don't believe her.
You don't believe her?
I don't believe her. No, I don't believe her.
Why? What's so outlandish that she might be making it up? You don't believe there's women like this?
No, I don't. I do believe that. At the beginning.
Well, hang on a sec, Courtney. You don't believe that there's women in Dublin at the moment that are taking men as complete mugs and getting everything out of them. You don't believe that?
Yeah, no, I do believe that. But what's that girl's name?
Tina.
What Tina is saying, I do believe at the start of a relationship, if she's still in that relationship, I do believe, the way all fellas are, oh no, I'll buy it. But if you know that you're going strong and it's turning into a relationship with the two of you, there's no way you're going to keep letting your fella buy you things, buy dinner every night.
But she is.
Because, I feel like now I go out, I'm with my fella 15 years, and even now, Jeremy, we go out for dinner, and I wouldn't, he'd pay for dinner, and then, if we go out the next weekend, I'd pay for dinner. I wouldn't...
But that doesn't come into the equation for you, Tina, 50-50?
No.
Let me ask you a question. I want your honest answers to this, Tina, okay?
Yeah.
Supposing this fella who you're with at the moment, supposing he lost his job tomorrow and he had no money, would you hang around?
No, I don't know.
You'd be gone?
I would say so, yeah.
So if he lost his job tomorrow and ended up with nothing, not a bean, you'd be gone?
Well, we'd still be friends, but I wouldn't expect him to be buying me things. Obviously, if he has no job, he can't do it. But I wouldn't be there for that reason. But I'd still stay friends.
But you'd back off the whole relationship thing.
Yeah, but it's the fact he offered to do it at the start. So I kind of just he keeps doing, and then I just kept playing about it.
Now somebody texted in wanting to know: would you stop having sex with him if he stopped buying you nice things?
Yes, you would.
No.
Well, let's ask her the question. You believe she would, Courtney?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Montina, honest.
Girls and
no, I wouldn't because the sex isn't what the money's for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
He just gives me the money because he has it here, so I just ask.
Yeah, and because you're giving him sex. That's why.
Even if I am getting sex, it's partly no one's business, but
does that not make you feel like
has no money?
No, it's he's giving you sex and you're basically paying you for the sex.
No, he's not.
Yeah, but
it's not we have sex and then he got up and handled it.
You don't have to pay for anything going now, but he's guaranteed sex off you.
Yeah, what she's saying is he doesn't leave €50 on the pillow after having sex with her.
Exactly, he leaves it on the restaurant table.
Is it not the same thing, Tina?
No. Because I wouldn't always go out with him and it'd always end up in sex. We'd go to pictures, he'd go home to his, I'd go home to mine.
And he'd always pay for the pictures, would he?
Most of the time, yeah, he would. Well, unless I'm going with my friends, then I pay for myself. But
no,
give me the money going with my friends. So.
I'll tell you, Tina, you're annoying a lot of people. Stay there for a second. You're annoying a lot of people on the show tonight. Suzanne, how are you?
Right. My situation is a little bit different
to Tina's.
I'm with my partner now 8 years. He asked me to marry him with the most woeful engagement ring anybody could ever come across. I mean, this looked like it was bought out of the Argus catalogue.
How much? How much was it worth? Or do you know?
€3,500.
I heard that's a lot of money.
No, it's not a lot of money.
Oh.
So he came back again on my birthday, right? And he asked me again. He got down on one knee, the works, fancy hotel. But, I mean, if you're going to ask someone to marry you, you might as well venture out and spend the money. I would not be with a man who didn't put all his money aside for me. At the end of the day, I am his number one, and I really feel that I should be treated so. It really bugs me.
Yeah, there's a word for you, Suzanne.
What?
Well, actually, it's 2 words. Spoiled bitch.
No, you see, I always was told that in school, and I beg to differ.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. This man turned around and got down on one knee with an engagement ring, and because the ring was only worth $3,000, you said no.
It's not just that it was worth $3,000. It had a part to do in it, but you should have seen it. It it was horrible, you know. This is the kind of thing that this man wanted to say that I should spend the rest of my life with him for.
So
I would have been embarrassed showing that thing out.
Ah, would you cop onto yourself? It's not about the price of the ring. It's about the fact that he wanted to marry you.
No, it's very much about the price of the ring.
No, it's not.
For my birthday.
Well, then you are a very, very silly little shallow girl.
No,
you are a shallow girl.
My father was exactly the same. He said to me, "You're worth so much more than that."
But your father's full of shite, if you don't mind me saying so.
Well, maybe people should spend a little bit more if they're in love. Well, for my birthday, I've been hinting at him to take me to Dubai. He comes out with a card. He's all happy, and I swear to God, I just thought, this is it. I'm going to Dubai. Now I have a great job. But do you know where he gets me tickets for?
Where?
Paris. Well, I was just, and I totally agree with that girl, Tina. I know it's not the same situation, but if you're going to be with somebody, they need to do the work.
Oh, get off the line, Suzanne. You're a gobshite. You're a fool. You know that. One of these days you'll grow up and cop on.
No.
Or otherwise that man will cop on and get rid of you. Oh, unbelievable. Pat, how are you?
Jeremy, how are you?
Oh, I'm angry now. Now, you want to have a word with Tina. You believe she's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, she's probably nearly as ridiculous as the one that was just on. You know, do women have any conscious of reality as today?
Well, Tina, are you dealing in reality?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first of all, she can be called a prostitute. The second one is definitely a gold digger. You know, like I've been to...
gold digger, like, well, calling me a prostitute, that's a bit OTT, like.
No, it's not. You're getting paid for it.
Like, because he's not, it's not like I'm going off, he's paying me there and then, like, give him what he wants.
You're getting paid for your services at the end of the day. That's the reality of things, right? I met a girl from a foreign country, and I met her because I went out on the road, they were involved in a car crash, and I helped her out. And at the end of the day, she gave me her phone number from a foreign country. And at the end of the day, they wanted to take me for dinner for helping them out. Right? I didn't want to accept dinner off them, right? So we had a conversation on the phone. I said, look, okay, I said, I'll meet up with you, I said, for a quick drink, I said, before you head back. And I started going out with that girl ever since, right? Now, everything we do is split down the middle. When times get hard, right? I used to be, when I met her first, I used to spend a few pounds on her, buying her nice things. And then I couldn't afford it. And I said, look, I can't afford to buy you this month. Look, we'll have to do it something else. She was totally in agreement with that, right? She is a girl in reality. She knows...
So what are you saying, that Tina isn't dealing with reality?
No, she needs to get her head examined. Listen, at the end of the day, women are walking all over men these days. They're not like...
Would you admit, Tina, that you're walking all over him?
I wouldn't say I'm walking all over them. Like,
they're not. Listen, you're out of touch. Women of today are out of touch with reality. You go back to our mother's times when they had to live in hard times and reality, right? They are real women of the world. Women of today are only a fucking joke because they know they can up and go and walk away, take the kids from the man, and they can get away with it.
Yep, I agree with you, Pat. Let me go to one last call, and that is Colette. Hi, Colette. You're on FM104.
Yeah, hi there, Jeremy. Look,
would you believe it or not, Colette? There's a lot of people texting in and ringing in, thinking that these women are making this up. They don't actually believe that there's such a thing as a gold digger.
No, they are actually.
Oh yeah, well, you want to get your head out of the sand, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe this is going on, this is going on.
Allowing themselves to be taken advantage of.
Oh, sorry, who's allowing themselves to be taken advantage of?
The men.
The men?
Yes, absolutely.
So Tina's man is to blame, not Tina?
No, he's giving it to her. You know, people victimise themselves. You know, he's doing it to himself. He is obviously giving his hard-earned money to her. For what? And where is the money coming from? The women today have come a very long way. They are educated. They are independent. They have fought for their independence.
Well, hold on. Tina's not independent.
She's a sucker. She's an absolute bloodsucker.
You are a bloodsucker, Tina.
She's a total bloodsucker.
You're leeching off that man.
Absolutely. But then again, you see, she would leech off anybody.
I'm going to do it.
Pardon?
He's allowing it to happen, so it's only obvious I'm going to do it.
Well, have you no morals? You know, are you not ashamed of yourself?
No.
Well, you ought to be. You know, that really is a disgrace to the women. You know, you're an absolute disgrace.
not every woman's the same. Like,
well, I think you're an absolute disgrace.
Okay.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
Thank you for your call, Colette, and thank you, Tina, and the best of luck with your relationship. Hope it works out for you. Bye-bye. Whoa. There you go. There are women out there like that.